Welcome back to PND.
With Darlise.
Oh, and Paulina. Yeah.
Love that for us.
Yeah.
Always synced. Perfect. Great team.
Teamwork. And Victor. He's also over here. You know?
Victor's the core here.
He's the show. That's why people come
He really
in.
is.
Yeah.
He keeps it real for both of us when we venture out somewhere else with our thoughts.
Yeah.
Love that.
So, you want to tell them what we're doing today again?
We loved the last episode about Reddit stories. I had a blast with the boys, so we decided to continue that and do another episode of that. So this time I looked some stories up. I also have one real life story, which is messed up as hell. But
I can't wait for that one. Yeah. That's
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the full details, but it's just scary. This world is scary. And then Vic got some Reddit stories too, so we're kind of gonna go in the circle and
circle jerk it. Yeah, let's go.
See
Who's
the
up
reaction?
first? Vic, you get the first stroke.
Let's go.
Yeah. That is.
Wait. Okay, so this one's from a thread called "What's a little known secret from your industry that would shock most people?"
I feel like he's playing it safe. All right, let's hear it.
So this comment that stood out to me is like, nothing will get passed around an emergency room faster than an X-ray of a foreign object in your rectum or other body cavity. Also, we love reading the stories of how you fell on it, or I don't know how it got there. Truth and being nice goes very far in the ER. We've seen it all. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, so I'm assuming doctors. I'm assuming. I don't know who else gets X-rays. And it's just like, yo, yeah, that doesn't belong up there.
Yeah.
I feel like I got a question for you that you're gonna just be like, no. Like,
All right, go ahead.
Have you put anything up there that wasn't supposed to be up there? Okay. Was it
No
living or
answers.
not living?
It was not living. Weird.
You're criticizing other people. Okay,
Sorry.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like every girl experimented at some point with something.
Oh yeah.
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 Not gonna share what it was, but it was pretty obvious.
Oh. Just to know, if you ever have to go to the ER for it, everyone in that office is gonna know.
That?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's well, I just hope nobody gets it stuck up there. You know?
No.
Like, I mean, it sucks.
I've heard a story of a girl masturbating herself with a screwdriver. I was like, "Do you want to cut yourself up, you weirdo?" Like, weird.
Wait, what hand was it? Like she used the handle part, and then she just used the screw in. Because then at least it's a little
thicker.
Well, I was gonna say safer, but yeah,
It's safer
sure.
too, obviously.
Okay,
I mean,
let's
the
go with that
screwdriver
thought.
period is
Yeah.
not a great
Well, I
idea.
mean, like some women got some big vaginas.
Do they?
That's
terrible.
I imagine. Like hot dog in the hallway. They can put out a baby. So
Yeah, but I would stitch that thing up after giving birth. I'd be like, just put extra stitch if you can.
well, I think it's gonna be Pilates that helps you at that point. Cause
Or surgery.
Yeah.
There's these, I don't know what the machine it's called, but it kind of tightens your muscles down there, so it gets back to actually tighter than previously, apparently, before the pregnancy. So
okay,
there are
That's
things. There's
interesting.
things.
I'm just wondering, like Vic, what have you thought of that people usually put up there? On the pooper scooper. No, it's not a pooper scooper. It's a pooper maker.
I mean, I imagine, like, you've probably seen different stories. It's just anything that's like long, I guess, long and hard that you could put up there. Fruits.
Well, I mean,
everything like that.
What I've seen is just like butt plugs. Like it's just like normal little things and just little thubs, I guess. Chodes of anything. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that nuts, so I can't really
relate.
No,
I can't wait. I can't wait to find somebody on our podcast.
But how do you explain you fell on it though? Like you sat on it? Because they mentioned that's the story of how you fell on it.
Yeah. Have you never watched the Seinfeld episode where
probably not.
George's dad? You're dead to me. George's dad basically they're having a toss, and then like Kramer's new device, like it fell on the floor and then he just fell and then he fell on it. Yeah. Yeah. So that was
What?
it was
That's
hilarious.
crazy.
Great,
That's
great
wild.
joke.
Yeah,
But
people are weird though.
With that premise for like a remote,
a
make its way.
remote?
Yeah,
You get
like
your
a
hand
TV
out your
remote,
face.
like a
There you
TV
go.
remote.
That's gross.
Yeah,
That is very
everybody's
gross. But
hands,
like if the
like
accident,
Yeah, everybody's hands go on it.
have you
Remote is
ever
like top
yeah.
have you ever heard
bacteria.
it? Yeah,
What?
have you ever heard any girl, like girlfriend of yours, be like, "Yeah, I put something up there. I shouldn't have." You know, that should be the Reddit like right there. Like, I shouldn't have put it up there, but I did. You know.
No. Usually
Yeah.
it's, cucumbers, bananas.
I feel like a banana would hurt. Like a cucumber, I can understand a little bit better,
Yeah.
but yeah, banana is just like, yeah.
Well, you can technically put a condom over it and you're fine.
Oh,
Oh.
shit! Is that what you guys do? Okay.
No,
Okay.
not me.
All right. Well, I think we'll end that story
Yeah.
right there.
Paulina, you got one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys want to start with the real life story or the Reddit story?
Let's go to Reddit story.
Okay.
Some grace.
Male 22, pretty sure my friend, male 22, and my mom, female 51, hooked up. What should I do now? So, my friend Josh lives in another city. We met online many years ago and really connected. We play games together and talk to each other weekly.
Okay.
Last year, he told me he need a place to stay in my city, and I told he could stay with me. I still live with my mom, and her house is big, and she never had any problems with my friends coming in. When he was here, we went partying, drinking, and everything. And he was a big player. Talked to a lot of pretty girls, hooked up with a couple of them. Boy had a game.
Yeah.
I envy that, to be honest. But after a couple of days, I noticed my mom being a little too nice with him.
Oh.
All smiles, giggles, not the kind of attention
Bro.
she ever gave to any of my friends. I never saw anything serious, however, so I ignored that. After he went home, she asked when would he be back and mentioned him a couple of times, what I found a little unusual.
Oh.
Bruh, the real issue was recent. When we were talking on Discord, I don't know what that is. Last weekend, one of our
Discord
friends.
is another like Reddit sub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One of our friends, a female 21, confessed that she hooked up with her friend's dad. We all laughed and all. After that, Josh said that he too had an experience similar to hers.
Oh
Every-
no, bro!
On the Discord.
Oh.
Everyone on the Discord group asked him to explain it, but he was too shy to tell any details. He's never shy, in parentheses. He only said that he also slept with some friend's mom, but never told the friend's name. I'm really sure that I'm the friend, and I don't know how to ask it or if I should ask anything.
Damn.
How crazy is that? Have you guys done that? I mean, I know Victor hasn't.
Well,
but-
yeah, I've been with single moms, but as far as like friends,
No, like, have
yeah.
you fucked your friend's mom?
Yeah. I mean, like, there's certain moms I would have, but you know,
I feel like it's a respect thing. No?
as friends go, yeah, like you don't want to actually ever cross that line unless you're gonna be serious about it. You know,
Right.
like I'm gonna love your mom forever. It's like that's weird, dude, but you know, okay, like love is love. Whatever.
But what if mom is feeling it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's love, it's love. But if they're
No,
fucking
no,
around,
no. They're just like
They're just
from the
fucking
story.
around?
How
yeah,
I
if they're
noticed
fucking
that.
around,
Yeah.
then no, you shouldn't cross that line. You don't want to be that mom that fucked like your.
So how would
son.
you address that to that friend of yours?
I would just-
If you
yeah.
know your friend fucked your mom, pretty much.
Well, he doesn't know for sure. So that's the question that he has. I mean, like, if I had to ask anything, it wouldn't be from him. It'd probably be from my mom.
So
but I
there
think my
was an
mom would lie.
update to the story.
Oh fuck!
The guy did admit
Oh,
that he fucked his mom.
yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Oh,
Here's a
that's
question:
wrong.
would you be more upset with the friend or with the mom?
You shouldn't be upset with either.
I think I would be disappointed with my mom and upset with my friend. So it would be like, Mom, what the hell? If
Well,
you
who initiated it? That's the other
doesn't
question.
matter. I mean,
No, it does matter. It's like if
no,
mom
because
came
if you're
in the
my
room,
bro, you're loyal to me as a bro, and that's like a big form of disrespect in my opinion. Mom, I mean, obviously it's your mom. You don't choose your mom. It's your mom for life. And like at the end of the day, she's an adult. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. Maybe she didn't know that was no, she did because he stayed at the
there's
house.
there's no
No,
real
both of them
excuses
are-
here.
You're
Both of
speaking
them
for
are-
bros everywhere. You don't do that, bro code. All
I'm
right.
telling you, like
Yeah.
I can be a bro and a girlfriend, you know,
bad biddy.
at the same time.
But
But I
man.
think that's messed up on both ends. I mean, like I said, with mom, your mom's gonna be there forever, right? As a friend, like.
But like, do you have that relationship with that mom? Like that's the question. It's like not all moms are great moms.
Yeah.
You know, so
True.
some just shoot out kids, you know, just because they have fun. And at that point, it's like, are you gonna be mad at a whore for being a whore? Like, and even if she is your mom, I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to insult any woman. I'm just
Right,
trying
right.
to say it's just like, you know, yeah, don't go to a lion's den and expect them to feed you, kind of shit like that.
Yeah, but from his story, it just seems as though he's upset with the friend more than the mom. You know?
I don't know. He's just stating something he'd like to know. I want to know what he did afterwards. It's just
Well,
like,
there was an I just
Okay.
didn't save it.
Oh, okay.
But there is there. I will find it and I'll send it to you
Oh.
guys later. But what do you
Oh.
think, Vic?
would you be upset with your friend if he slept with your mom?
There would be
That's an
so
obvious
many questions, but yeah, it's just such an uncomfortable situation. It's just like no, from both sides.
I feel like it would be different if he was like, "Hey, like I really like your mom. Like I don't know what to say," but like well, you're 22 years old and
Yeah,
she's 52. Like,
exactly.
She could be bad.
yeah, no, I'm saying like, what
It's
if he
also
was
worse
like,
for me because my mom's married, so it's a little different. But if
I got a
it,
story like that from I saved up, but we'll talk about it in a second.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
but I will say this: if my mom was single and she got together with a young guy that wasn't my friend, I probably wouldn't have felt as weird
Right.
about it.
yeah,
Mm,
You know,
Okay.
I would say that be it the relationship, I don't know if that's valid or not, but I think it's, it's like, hey, we're friends. We grew up. You literally came into my house when we were in high school, like, calling her mom too.
Right.
They're like,
Whoa! I don't call people's moms mom.
oh, most of my friends call my parents mom and
that's
dad.
that's a little odd.
no,
Mom,
I've
my
done
babe.
this to my best friend
yeah.
Ashley's mom. I'm like,
Yeah,
Mom,
but best friend is different than like just your friends. Just like I don't have all my friends. Like I wouldn't if Victor called my mom, I'd be like, what do you? No,
but
no.
like
The-
the tone of voice is important. Like if I walked in and you would be like, oh, that's my mom,
Yeah.
whatever her name is. I don't even know. What's your mom's name?
Iriabel.
What is it?
Iriabel.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's cute.
Yeah.
So let's say I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
I'm like, hi, mom. Like, just be like funny, like not funny, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't be disrespectful. I'd be like, oh, hi, mom.
I don't mind you doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I
yeah,
will say
yeah,
that it's most of my friends that were from high school that do it
Yeah.
because my mom would also cook for them. She's very much, she
Oh,
always
okay,
takes
so
care
she
of
had a
everybody.
relationship
Well,
with them.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, my
So-
mom does the same, but I just just call her
Interesting.
by her name. Like
Yeah, none of my
Yeah,
friends
or
really
Miss
call.
Chavaria, whatever you want, or Miss Compost at this
That's
point.
funny.
But yeah,
I have,
Yeah.
I think, only one friend ever come over my house and call them by Mr. Miranda or Miss
Mm.
Miranda.
you got bad friends, bro. They,
And,
they don't know fucking respect on that
Well,
level.
for
It's
us,
like-
it's like, it's not really respecting. Like, the whole mom and dad's like an endearing thing. You
Yeah.
know, my parents love it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's interesting.
Yeah, they should have
Respectful.
adopted more kids. Yeah. So okay. On that story, let me hit you with this. What's a not safe for work scandal in your family? My dad slept with my pregnant sister's fiance. That's how we found out they were actually both gay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Whoa.
There you
Whoa.
Where are your good stories? Come on, guys. You have a whole online forum, and this is what you give me? Come on, give me something like that.
Wait, one more time.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you again. My dad slept with my pregnant sister's fiance.
Pregnant sister's fiance. Okay,
Yeah,
wow.
that's how we found out they were both actually gay.
Oh my God.
Find a story like that. Come on, guys. You disappointed me today.
Well, there's so many wrong things about this story.
Yeah,
there's so
that's
many
a-
wrong things. But let's
definitely
say
layer.
he,
Yeah.
the dad, all of us, he was married to my mom, obviously, and then he, after
Yep.
30 years of marriage, he's like, oh shit, I'm gay, like I'm leaving you. I think I would disown my dad.
What?
Yeah,
You're a monster.
yeah,
No, you wouldn't.
yeah. He did that to me when I was lesbian for a little.
Yeah, but you're a grown person. You've
Yeah.
seen better than that.
I would just be like, bro, like, why did you lie? You know what I mean? Like, just be true to yourself.
He is being true to himself.
Now, all of a sudden. But, like,
Yeah.
I feel like when you're gay, you know you're gay.
Some
No?
people don't. I mean, like, you didn't know you were gay, and you were like, oh, I'm
Well,
out.
I don't still consider myself gay.
Well, that's
I was
what-
just curious, you know?
You went through a marriage, okay?
Which was
You can't
eight
keep
months.
saying that.
It's 8
Like,
months. It
yeah,
was
it
not.
doesn't matter. You went through a marriage. Like,
I
if
wouldn't say I
it-
went through a
yeah.
marriage. I got married. That's not
That-
going through the marriage. No, it's not.
Vic, please weigh in.
No.
Weigh in on this.
So I got married, but it wasn't a normal wedding.
The only thing I would say is that it took all that to discover that you were just curious. So
Yes.
imagine someone trying to figure out if they're gay.
Right.
So how much processing they have to go through, and maybe they don't
Yeah.
have the time to experiment. So it can take a long time.
No, but I was talking
Figure
about
things out.
marriage.
And if I was with a dude, I said I do, and then I come back on a podcast and be like, yeah, I'm not that gay. It was like 8 months, you know, like just us fucking around for a while.
Well, no, you
know?
said I'm gay. I'm not. I don't consider myself gay
Yeah.
anymore. I think I was a little bit lost, and I didn't really know
There was a
which-
phase.
what.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, you know, you were curious.
No, but
and
my
that's it.
marriage, I don't even
Yeah.
consider it a marriage because, like, the second we got married, 2 days later, I found out that she cheated on me the day before our marriage. So, like, after that,
Yeah.
we were, like, not even living together. We did nothing together. So,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, when people sometimes ask me, like, oh, were you married once? And I'm like, no. And then I'm like, wait, hold on. I was. But, like, it was so stupid that, like, I don't even count that. But, yeah. I get your point. Why are you laughing?
Because it's crazy. It's just like you said I do. 2 days later, she cheats on you.
No, she cheated the day before our marriage. Like us
Damn.
saying I do, yeah.
Yo, whoa.
So
This
that's what I mean.
woman's-
Like I'm so just like
this
not like
woman's
I don't even.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Did I tell you guys I saw her?
No.
She came to my job like 2 Wednesdays ago. So not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday before.
Okay.
At that time, I didn't see her for 5 years.
Jesus.
Yeah, and she shows up with her mom and her mom's brother, her mom's fiance, which like I love him.
Oh, imagine if she fucks his wife.
Mom's fiance.
Yeah. Oh
But
shit.
that was crazy. She was so uncomfortable. It was so funny. I was just like, hey. And she was
Yeah.
like, oh, you work here? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
You probably knew I work here, you weirdo.
Oh.
But yeah, she was so weird too. She was like, at the end of the session, they were like, I was busy and they were sitting there
Yeah.
and she was trying to like talk to me the whole time. And I was like, Crystal, like you bartend too. Like, you know, I can't
They got
fucking talk to
business.
you right now.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I'm hugging her mom. I'm hugging her mom's boyfriend. And then she's like, awkward. I'm like, just come here. Like, I don't like to have beef. You guys know me. Like, I don't hold grudges too much. I forgive, but I don't forget. But
Yeah,
I gave
that's
her a
better
hug.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hugged her and she was like, what are you doing later? And I'm like, bitch, you're married to the girl that you cheated on me with. And you're running away from her. Like, she literally ran away back
Yeah.
home just to
Yeah.
have a break from her wife. And now you're asking me what I'm doing later after you put me through a fucking therapy session for 3 years. Like, no.
I gotta give it to her.
Weirdos.
She's
Wow.
got some balls
She
on
definitely
her.
does.
That that reminds me. I would love to hear your take on this. So I saw a movie. I'm not going to mention the movie because spoilers.
Is
But
it Deadpool and Wolverine?
no, it's
Okay.
not. No,
Yeah.
you
Then
wouldn't.
can,
You wouldn't care.
can say the movie.
I don't know. Have you seen August Moon? No. Okay.
Spoilers, beware. Okay, there you go.
There we go. So in the movie, it follows Anna Hathaway, who's the lady, and she had a ex-husband
Mhm.
who cheated on her at work with this young secretary person who he later married
Mhm.
after they separated because he's like, I love her and I
So
can't do this
same.
anymore. Blah blah blah. Right. But towards the later half of the movie, the girl, her name was Ava in the movie, that the girl that he cheated on with, right? That they later married, they came over. He was, he's being a dick just at the house and just like making a thing, right?
Mhm.
And then he goes over and starts taking pictures of the car or whatever because of the thing he got for their daughter. Ava stays behind. She's like, I'm leaving him. I know he can be a bit hypocritical, blah, blah, blah. I'm leaving him. And she's like, okay, why are you telling me this, right? She's like, wow. And then she's like, I think you should know. And then like kind of skimmish, but like you could tell she feels bad this whole movie. Then she goes like, do you want to go out for drinks later? Like meet up? And Hathaway's like, no, I'm good. You go. So I just wanted to hear because I can already see it in your face.
No. The fuck is wrong with people? No, I mean, it's the same, very similar situation. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't do it. Like, what's done, it's done. And
Because
like,
I get from her character side, she is feeling guilty about the whole thing. Maybe she didn't know
Yeah.
the guy was married initially. But I don't know if she's trying to seek solace in someone else who's been wronged by the same person or something like that.
They start a club up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, every person that's, you know.
But very similar in like what you just described.
just cringy stories. I can't.
Mm.
But,
Hit me with another one, Vic. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to top yours.
Yeah. Just make sure you have that mic on your face.
Yes,
Move it back if you need to.
So, but this one is a kind of a moral one. So this is settle this for me.
Okay.
A thread. So, is it wrong to let people know about another person's negative qualities before meeting them?
before what?
Before meeting them. So, say you're introducing someone,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's so if I'm talking to a new acquaintance and I want them to meet someone close to me, is it wrong to try and give them an objective appraisal of that person? For example, if I have a really good friend that I love dearly, but they happen to be on a bit of a sexist streak, is it wrong to mention that to the new acquaintance that this close friend is amazing, but they happen to do XYZ, you know, hypocrisy, sexism, whatever it is, sometimes. So if that bothers you, be prepared for it. I do this a lot, but I see it as a litmus test for the new acquaintance will like the close friend, not as a form of defamation or gossip. Am I mistaken in this idea? Perhaps I should only mention the positive and let the two parties meet and be the litmus test since people are more complex and then a set of positives and negatives. Please let me know what you think. I mentioned negative and positive traits about people to each other before they meet. Is this a act of betrayal of trust or a form of gossip, do you think?
I have no idea what you said. That's fine.
So basically, say I meet someone new.
Rambled on for a while.
Well, that's what they rambled on.
Yeah, but also please project a little more. We're a little distance from you. So,
Got you.
Yeah.
So to summarize it, when you say I'm going to introduce you to someone.
Okay.
So before I introduce you to the person, I'm like, say you never met D. So I'm like, hey, so D can be a little bit on the raunchy joke side, a little bit like unfiltered. So just be prepared for it. But he's amazing. He has a great heart. You know, by me prepping her in that way, am I denying? Yeah, is that wrong? Am I denying her to make her own opinion of you? Am I being defaming you in any way? That's kind of like, because that's what she's saying. It's like, oh, this friend might be a little sexist at times, so just be ready for it. But they're really good.
But that does differentiate a little bit, like, you know, from raunchy to sexist.
I'll say that she used the words sexism, hypocrisy, etc.
Yeah, that's
why are you friends with
exactly.
Like
that's
that,
my
period.
question that goes into it. Is just
let
like,
him go.
Yeah. I mean, do I have friends that are somewhat sexist?
Maybe in their joking style and stuff like that.
Well, no, actually, just in the sexist way.
No,
just like, I probably do. And do I present them to other women? No. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Because you almost like don't want to.
They also didn't say specifically women or men. They just said a new person in general.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, what I was going to say briefly, like, for instance, for every guest that I brought on the podcast, if they haven't seen the podcast yet, wrong, by the way. See the podcast before you get
watch it right now.
Right.
Like
before
it,
you even become a guest here, because you need to know who we are as people. But like for Carolina from Poland, I was like, hey, Darius can be rough sometimes. Like he will give you like tough love and tough jokes and just be prepared. So like I think it's okay to prepare people to what they're about to be a part of, especially here in this scenario when, you know, there's a million cameras looking at us and it's recording. And I would say, like, sometimes if I have a girl that is interested in one of my friends, typically girls will ask each other anyways, like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, what do you think about him before even they start talking, or after they go on a couple dates. They want to know what is the
Oh shit!
general
they do
opinion
that?
about that
Okay.
person. Yeah, we do.
Fuck, I didn't even think about what you guys do. Honestly, I was just like what women do after
Yeah.
hours when I'm not there is
No, so like,
literally not a thought to me.
especially dating someone
Yeah.
in a small town like this one.
Oh.
Never again, by the way. But people know each other, so it's like, if someone hears that I'm talking to someone that they know, they're like, hey, be careful. Like, I'm not saying he is gonna do the same thing, but just so you know, he doesn't have a good track record with women, let's say. And then now I'm gonna be a little bit more alert, I guess. And I would probably bring that up to the
Yeah.
guy just to like not waste time. I don't think that's wrong though, to like
Neither do
warn
I.
people about who that person is,
Yeah, I
agree.
think it's
before
just,
they might meet.
for me, like, I think the good point that Dee brought up is maybe the words you use. How do you talk about your friend? It is
Yeah.
one thing to be like, hey, their jokes can get a little risque, push a couple
Don't
borders.
take it to heart.
But
He
also
means well.
calling someone like, oh yeah,
I feel like-
they can be pretty sexist. Just be ready. They
What?
can be pretty
No, that we
racist. Like
used
that's
me in the example next to a sexist guy. Yeah, next level, derelict. like, oh, okay,
No.
thanks.
Not at all.
Yeah. So nice.
No, I
from
thought
the-
he was
from the
more
bar.
so talking about like the general concept of, hey, let me give you a little bio before you meet that person.
yeah. I think that's really
Yeah.
what it comes.
I think
down
everybody
to.
should have like a 30-second story.
But I feel like you do that anyways. Like when even when I met Justin, you gave me like a quick like, oh, this is ba ba ba, and he does da da da.
Right.
And, and I was like, oh,
Quick
okay,
story.
cool. Yeah.
How you
Yeah.
relate to the person.
Yeah. like,
How
or
you met.
what you guys can connect with.
Right, right.
And it's just
Yeah.
like I think that's valid in that sense. And it's good to have preempt somebody personally and me before they walk in and say something. Like, I love when people tell me, it's like, oh, this person is very religious or very like, they're not very much about jokes. So I don't go in there and try to lay any jokes or try to do anything wrong. Victor, obviously warns me when we go into business meetings. It's just like, oh, this person, like, because they're like, we met construction workers, and other people that love,
can
like,
see.
Oh, they love
like,
it. They
I
love
can
it.
see him going off.
yeah,
like,
and they love it. But then there's other people that are just like, oh, yeah, they're museum
Control
people.
yourself.
Yeah, like, they're feminists, strong feminists. So reel it back just a little bit, bud.
Don't fuck this up for us,
Yeah,
Steve.
we need the money. So I was like, yeah,
Shit.
and I'm grateful anytime somebody, preemptively warns people about me, or I tell them about them. I hope that people aren't out there though telling, he's a little bit, rapist, but like that's
God,
what
no.
I hope that that isn't, like part of the combo.
I also
but-
like to hear is like, what I like to is like also like, oh, I think you should meet because these are the things I think you'll connect on.
yeah,
Like, hey, they're a big fan of this, you're a big fan of that, It's
Yeah.
like I feel like you're gonna connect well.
yeah, absolutely, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Poe, next
Okay.
story.
I have a few. I'm trying to
Yeah.
find like a good
That was
one.
just like me, like, what's the best one here? I gotta someone match.
It's probably the live
Wait,
one.
I actually found
Yeah.
a story that relates to my zombie story.
Oh, Jesus.
But I'm not
nice.
gonna
No, go
I
ahead.
found a
I'm
zombie
story
curious
too,
now.
It was
actually.
about a bear. So it says, am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend I would leave her to die if we encountered a bear?
You run at that point. You do whatever
No, but
you can.
remember my zombie story?
Yeah, I
Okay.
get it. That's
So do you want it's not
Yeah.
long.
Okay, go ahead, go.
And we're talking about grown ass people, by the way, like female 46 and male 35. So obviously 11-year difference
Nice.
between a woman and a man. So my girlfriend and I were riding our bikes on a path through the woods. At one point, she asked me, so I'm glad I'm not the only one that asks stupid ass questions like that. What would you do if we encountered a bear? Our conversation went roughly like this. Me, the guy. I would run away as fast as I can. Her. Clearly taken aback. I don't know what that means. Wait, what? You would leave me to die?
She's taken aback.
Oh,
That's
okay,
like,
okay.
oh, wow, gas.
Okay. So she goes, wait, what? You would leave me to die? He goes, well, I would expect you to run away too.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm not in shape enough to get away from a bear. Bitch, go to the gym. What the heck? And then he goes, well, it's our only hope. We have our bikes and the both of us can fight a bear. She go, I'm disappointed. I thought you would try to defend me. He goes, me, if I stay, we both die.
Yeah.
She goes, well, we could try to scare it, make ourselves bigger than we are. And then he goes, it went on a bit more, but clearly she was angry. She has she has brought back the topic on multiple occasions, told me every man she's been with would have told her they would defend her.
Yeah,
At
he
which
shoulda lied.
point at which point I told her they would be delusional or liars. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
And then it says edit. Thanks whatever. Thanks for comments, blah blah blah. Okay. So he gave us a lot of food for thoughts here. Here are some highlights, but whatever. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Like this is literally the zombie story where I was just like emotional going through it, and I felt maybe like unsafe in the moment. And I asked my ex-boyfriend. I was like, "Hey, if there is a zombie apocalypse, if a zombie enters the room, are you running away? Are you helping me? What the fuck is going on?" And he was just like, "Bitch, if you don't run fast enough, you're getting you're dying."
Pretty much.
That is crazy.
It's like,
And I was so glad when I saw this. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad that there's other women that like actually ask stupid questions like that. But it's such a deep question at the same time to me. And like, if I'm asking you a ridiculous question, just answer in a ridiculous way. Like, don't give me a rational answer to an irrational question.
You behind.
No, just give me like, just let me hear what I want to
That's
hear. I don't know.
ridiculous.
In those situations, like, just like it's a deeper. It's not just like a surface level question. It's like, oh yeah, I just want to hear that you're going to protect me, because at the end of the day, every woman wants safety and security from the man. Like that's all we really want from you, you know? So it's like to hear that you're going to run for your life.
Hold on. That's all we want for you. Just to really just die in front of us for a bear or zombies, you know? Just imagine everything's, but
no, she was trying to find a solution and he wasn't. That's the thing. It was just like, oh, run or die, bitch.
No, that is the solution. It's just like if like a winter storm is approaching, and you're just like, you know, like, or a sandstorm or whatever, you're just going to be like, oh, you know, protect me. It's like, no, we got to go. I can't protect you from this. This is just going to happen.
No. But more so like there is solutions to every problem. Like, yeah, we both got to go, but like, show me that you're going to be protective over me. Not just like, bye, you're running behind. Oh, you don't? Oh, sorry. I'm just going to keep on fucking running. Like, at least, like, put an effort to, like, slow down. I don't know. Just, like,
slow down so I can die with you. Oh, that's so much joy.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm just glad that there's another woman out there that can relate. That's all I care about.
I was just thinking about that because at the same time, I was thinking about it last night while I was setting up. It was just like, women expect you to be this knight in shining armor and go fight a fucking dragon, and it's just like,
listen, I'm
for some pussy, bro, we ain't doing that over here. It's just like
I'm fighting that dragon with you. I'm not just
listen,
sitting there.
All I'm saying to you is, let's not fight a dragon. Let's just go home and watch Netflix or whatever the other shit that couples actually do. Like, I don't want to go fight shit. I don't want to go die on some dumbass shit. Just like, and it's like, and if there was an attack, I would try to help you, but at the same time, I'm like, if I see the bear's got you,
oh yeah, it's too late
I'm just
now.
like, I would hope that you say, run, save yourself, because I love you. Like, bet, got you. I'm going to get out of here alive for both of us.
No, I would say that, but I guess she just more so meant, like, just generally speaking, there's a bear. Like, let's run. And, like, don't just leave me behind. I don't know.
But what are you going to do? I want to inform you so you know what's about to happen. Like, if this situation breaks out, what are we going to do? We're going to do this. So just start going. It's just like, and it's just like, I just want her to, like, hopefully I would come back and do that, like, but it's crazy. It's, like in those situations, I posted on somebody's, because they read a thread like this, similar, something like that. But it was about harassment. Like some girl was getting harassed, and then the girl spoke up and was a hero. And like I was just like, because she was thinking, she was like, am I the asshole for saying a cuss word? And then another teacher saying something against what I said against those harassers, which I was like, no, girl, you're a hero. You stood up for what was right, but like I posted that comment, and then another one was like, hero. It took her a full minute before she said anything, and respectfully, like I try to just say, it's just like, maybe you would have done something differently, and I'm grateful that you would have stood up. But knowing the scenario and situation, it's just hindsight 2020 at that point when you're
Right.
looking back. It's just like, oh, I would have done something different. Like you weren't there, you weren't reading the whole social cues,
You don't even
and then
know,
like
yeah.
so you don't know if like, because I also like for people to stand up for themselves. So I'm not gonna just stand into somebody's situation when they could do it themselves. Now, granted, if like it goes on and I see it, like, okay, I'm gonna try to stop it, or
Right.
at least I would hope I do. But saying that you're gonna do some brave thing versus when the action occurs, it's just it's silly. It's just
Yeah.
like you never know until
Until
that
that
happens,
happens, yeah.
and then you see what type of person you are.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What do
think
you think, Vic?
I think the bigger challenge here is
It's
when
the
you
bear. Yeah, I hear you.
that's a pretty big challenge.
Yeah.
But it's you guys ask these questions a lot in different ways. But like you just said yourself, there's an underlying question. It's since we're not in life and death every day, I want to feel like, am I safe with you if it ever
Right.
does come up? And that's the real question.
That's the real question.
That's the
yeah.
real question. For us, I feel like it's one of those skills that is hard to learn because no one tells us to learn it until we're slowly learn this over time. In the sense, it's like, what's the real question that you're asking, and then answer that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if I knew the real question, but we hear the question and we take it at face value. So
Yeah.
it's like, is there a bear in the situation? Well, that's pretty extreme. Standing up to it, I die. Fighting it, not a chance. So
No.
I need you to run. Can I carry you at this state? Maybe. Will we get caught if I carry you? Maybe. So best
Yeah.
chance is you run. But that's very literal to the
Yeah.
question. And of course, it's an extreme situation that probably will never happen. And
I would
very
hope
high.
it never
I hope
does.
does.
Because
I
you know
hope.
what? Bears will kill you as you are alive.
Yeah.
That's the terror of it all.
Yeah,
Like,
but
they're
I
not-
will say
yeah.
it's like reading that and just understanding. I'm like, okay, that's not real life right now.
Yeah.
And so you're asking if you'll be safe. It's like,
Right.
then just, it's like, no, of course, we'll figure out how to get around if we're going to hide or whatever, but we'll make sure you're safe.
Oh, see, this is the answer every girl wants to hear.
But
Yeah.
you have to decipher that first, because
Yeah.
if I were to answer that literally, it would be somewhat of like, I really hope we're in shape and you've been running every day, so let's go.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're going to need to go and find somewhere to hide,
I don't know. Sometimes I watch movies and I see this situation. I'm like, oh my God, if this happened in real life, holy shit, what would we do? So, like, it would be maybe.
You would step up as a woman and take care of me because it's soft
you're
boy
soft boy era.
every day. It's like, so I expect you to fight that bear for us. All right? Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I know you do. That bear's the only one that's scared at this point.
I was I remember having quickly before we move on, but
Yeah.
You're at campsite and you see bears and whatever, and my answer was like, I would become friends with the bears. I was like, I would find their food.
Yeah.
Like I would.
Be mama bear.
Yep.
I hear you. Yeah.
Me and bears would be friends for sure.
Okay.
In the perfect world.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, next.
Yeah. Next story.
You are next.
Oh, no, you are.
No, I just did the
Oh,
bears.
okay.
Wait, hold on before you go.
So-
Sorry. The answer, like he posted an update. It says a lot of food for thoughts here. Here's some highlights. Apparently, bears run faster than bikes. So my thought process was wrong from the get-go. Second, I should bring bear spray. Although I'm not sure if there's a lot of bears where I'm from. Third, I might be too honest for my own good and I should stop answering my girlfriend's stupid questions with serious answers. And then last one is
But I just say,
Yeah.
lots of references to the men versus bear
But
and the
I
wood
like-
survey.
hold
I
on,
guess
hold
it's
on,
now
hold on,
part
hold
of
on.
the collective mind.
I just like how he said, I shouldn't answer
Yeah.
with like the stupid questions.
With the logical answer.
Stupid questions.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I still
Stupid
think it's a stupid
emphasis.
question. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
The
just
proper way to
yeah.
answer, to ask that is like, hey, if we're in a dangerous situation, do you have my back? Like, but
To a certain
sometimes we
degree, I
like
feel.
to, as women,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we like to like just attack you from different
Yeah.
perspectives and ways just to see your answers. And like, I was upset about this fucking zombie story. I
I'm
literally
sure.
like
I'm
teared
sure.
up. I'm like, oh my God, like, why would I be with someone who doesn't even want to put up a fight to help defend me? You know, like, I'm not saying die on the spot, but I don't know.
You're
So,
kind of sending us to death, though. So it's just
I
like,
think we're both dying.
nope.
Anyways,
go
go
on.
on. Next.
Oh, okay, fine. Let's see what I got here. I think this one, and this one you'll like. Men of Reddit who proposed and she said no. What happened afterwards with your life? Yeah. Just alone with that is just like, oh fuck. It's just like, if I proposed and you said no, But let's see what this story goes. Oh, I have a story about this. And this person claimed, my friend A has been with my girlfriend B for years, so he decided he wanted to propose. What he didn't know is that B was also thinking about proposing to him. A proposed first, and B freaked out because she had already said her proposal and bought a ring. So she said no.
Wait, is that two girls or a guy?
I don't know A and B. It's
Okay.
but it's just two people. But women can propose too.
Yeah.
So it's not common, but it happens. Over the next week, B freaked out more and more and refused to answer A's calls and messages. A then decided to use the money he had saved up to buy a plane ticket to Europe. What was supposed to be a 3-month trip through Western Europe turned out to be a year-long trip around the world. One day, A says that he's coming back and B decides to go and wait for him at the airport and propose to him there. It turns out that while being in Peru, A met a girl and they fell in love almost immediately and got married in Peru. 5 years later, A and his Peruvian wife are still happily married and recently had a baby, while B hasn't still quite forgiven herself for ruining relationship with A.
Damn. Shorty missed out.
Yeah. So, but I feel like that conversation as a whole, just like, what would you do if you proposed to a girl and she said no, is a valuable, like, oh fuck. For me, I'm just like, okay, it's over.
I don't know. I like, if it doesn't feel 100% right, why would you even propose? Because I know a lot of people that have proposed to save their relationship.
Yeah.
That's just like a failure, automatic
Yeah.
failure. Unless it feels right on both ends and you guys are a great team and you genuinely are excited about your future, why would you propose?
It's funny
if you're
because
not.
I also read a bunch of other threads within that one, or like, people that posted on that thread.
Yeah, like comments.
Yeah. And then there were a lot of stories that involved, my dad proposed to my mom like 7 times. She just kept denying him.
wow.
And at the 7th time, she said yes, obviously, because I'm here, So, so
So
it's
persistence
yeah.
can be a thing. Yeah.
Exactly. So it isn't.
Depends what's the no. I feel like if it's a no because just a no, or is it no because, hey, it's not the right timing yet. I do see the future with you, but I'm not physically ready to move.
But that's also what I'm saying is, like, it's crazy to me that men like have to, like, all right, I'm gonna just propose. And I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying it's just like strong of a man to really continue to persist that and just like, no, I love her.
He knows
and
what he wants.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's beautiful in that sense. So I agree with you, like, that sometimes, you have to, okay,
the
like,
timing.
it's just like, maybe not now,
Not
maybe,
yet,
and I'll just continue to propose.
Or
and
if
just,
it feels like, oh, you guys are arguing a lot and you think you're proposing is gonna save your relationship, please don't do that, because
that's
it's like
different.
you're wasting the money for the ring and wedding and honeymoon, because that shit ain't gonna work
But that
out.
had to be so fucking heavy to take that in for her. Just like, oh, I wanted to marry him, and like, she wanted to propose, she just wanted to do it for her, like, in her way, and like, they could have had that.
But I just find it so weird. I wonder if she had a conversation with him that, like, hey, if it comes down to proposal, proposal.
Yeah.
Anyway, like, oh, I would like to be the one. Because, like, that's fucking weird. I feel like that's so, in my culture, it would be very belittling to a man. for me to propose to a man.
Mm.
Like that, I feel like a typical Polish guy would look at me and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like that's my job.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
No, I mean different cultures are different things.
Yeah.
Jamaicans don't eat pussy. Like
Wow.
yeah.
They
Like to them
don't?
is like no, that's you know, for Italian mobsters also
Wow.
the same thing. Just like they don't go down.
So they don't want to please.
Yeah.
They don't want to please their woman. It's all about themselves.
You say that, I won't. Okay, yeah.
For them, I think it's a hygiene thing.
yeah. Wow,
Oh,
I
God.
guess.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna suck your dick, and men
Oh,
typically are.
of course.
Oh my God.
Listen, it's a world out there. That's what I'm saying. It's like, would I do the same? No, not particularly. But overall, though, the one comment that I did see that spurred a little bit more of the, you know, just the thought into this was just she didn't answer any messages. She didn't reply back to him on anything. So it was just like you messed up there, where you could have just talk to him at the very least and just be like, oh, hey, like
This is
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
planning on doing. Or
yeah, like or just express like I was so happy that you did this, but like I want to do it differently, you know. And it's just like I know surprise is important for some people, like, you know, like to give that surprise, but at times it's also important to you know, like be able to, okay, the surprise is whatever, but we're both just happy to get to this point. Let's not save things to the point where they're like, you know, like saying I love you to a child, like just when they really need her or something like that. No, just say it every day, because you know what? It's more important that way.
Oh, 100%.
Like, so that's the way I look at things. As much as I love giving surprises to people through acts of service, but that's why I'm just like, I've learned to also like measure that situation out, where it's like, you know what? I wanted to do this as a surprise, but I'm just going to come out and tell you.
So I'll tell you, I love surprises, and I also love surprising. But like I had this situation with this guy that wanted to come and surprise me and visit me here in middle of the fucking August, when you both know I barely have any life. Yeah. And he knows my best friend Ashley, so he was like trying to plan this out with Ashley. So there's a big surprise, right? And listen, if I'm all about you as a man, sure, go ahead and do that, because I'm gonna be happy. Even though I'm busy, I'll find time. I'll you know, you're my priority. Like, you know, that's great. But if I'm not about you and I've expressed that to you, the fact that you want to come and surprise me, I would literally be, if I saw him, I would be like, what the fuck are you doing here? And I would honestly be frustrated. So Ashley ended up telling me about all of his plans and stuff, because she was like, Paulina, I know you're not going to be happy if you see him. So I'm telling you this now, that he has his flight booked, his hotel booked, and he's coming from this date to this date. And I was like stressed out automatically. So it didn't end up happening. He ended up telling me about his plans, because Ashley kept on telling him like, hey, like this is around my due date. Like I am
bad idea.
Paulina works so many hours. Like she can barely find time for herself. Like you surprising her is not going to be good news. I'm just telling you this. And this is why I fuck with her. I love you, Ash.
Good friends.
Yeah. And he ended up telling me about this, and I was like, hey, like, listen, I appreciate the efforts, but like this is just not the right timing. And I'm also just not interested, you know what I mean? Like what? So it's a health, like persistence. What I'm trying to say about the word persistence, it is a great thing if both parties are on the same page. You know what I mean? If you just looked at me, I'm like, okay. If one of them has mentioned,
two dicks kiss, right? Yeah, right there.
If one party has told you that she has no intentions of being with you, what are you doing, right? So
damn,
it's weird.
Yeah, but Vic, if your wife declined your proposal, what would you have done?
That would have been quite devastating, especially since I was in Russia in that moment when I did that.
Oh wow.
And it was already at that point over a 2-year long distance relationship, so that would have been a shock. But I definitely would have communicated about it. I would have at least known why. Is it that this is happening too fast? We need more time? Because I can understand that.
Yeah, so then you can propose again.
I would be sad and like devastated from the shock of getting a no. But if she says like, well, I just too fast.
Need some time.
I need some more time. Let's revisit this. Not that like I want to end the relationship. I just
Right.
don't want to make that step yet. That is easy to wrap my
So,
head
Yeah,
around.
you just need
for sure.
reassurance on
Yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah.
you're not going
There's just
anywhere. I just
communication
rushed
in
it.
that level, you know?
But I feel like you'll be scared though to
Oh,
propose
it's
again.
100% scary in that
Yeah.
sense.
But,
That at that point, it's like, how do you keep it a surprise to anyone? I was like, are we ready? Can I do the
Right.
thing?
I would have done it like 5 seconds later after. How about now? Are you ready now? Yeah.
That would be funny.
Yeah,
Maybe she
yeah,
might
that-
have been like, "Oh,
no,
he's stupid.
you
I
do.
love him."
So,
Yeah, I'm just gonna
that's-
say
I
hi.
think, I
Yes.
think that's one of the best things as a man for you to do is always make the situation light.
Yeah.
Like, because if once you start making like, and you do have to have serious moments, obviously, but like, especially when like some tension like that, has been built, you
Right.
just have to break it as in the simplest way. It's just like, making sure like not to take things too seriously.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I love that.
but I agree, Vic. I would be devastated. I knew a friend of mine that proposed, and
What did she say though?
she just said no, and then he was just okay. Then this is over. Like,
Oh.
which is again, I don't know if they
What?
talked or
so
anything.
it's like an ultimatum. Like fuck that.
I mean,
But what
I
did she
can't.
explain why?
Again, I don't know
You don't
all
know,
the
okay.
all the
Details.
variables. Yeah, exactly. But I would say like, understandably, that's also an outcome that's very possible, because
Yeah.
I mean, like, you're putting yourself out there, just like, I want to be with you for the rest of my life, and then you say no, so like it's like, oh, so no to that. Like, you're kind of devastated at that
Yeah.
point. It's like, and
I would be scared to propose again. I
yeah,
think
exactly, and
because
then
it's denial. Like you got denied.
exactly that, and also it's just like, does this person even think of a future with me to that degree, or like, is it worth it? Like, to in their eyes. And again, I
Yeah.
think the conversation afterwards is big, and it's important
Yeah.
for one to have, and just
But also,
decide.
this is why like men should never propose. I mean, unless that's something that you and your partner discussed prior. But like,
No.
don't propose in front of a million people. So it's not a fucking
Have you ever seen
embarrassment.
those? Have you seen
Yeah.
those? Like, just like the big like jumbotrons, like, and propose,
Or
and
like
then she's like, no.
concerts, like
Yeah.
what? What if she says no? Then you're like the whole world is laughing at you, bro. You're like a meme of the internet.
I mean,
I don't know.
that's so quick to go. I think,
Yeah.
like, people will laugh at it, but you know what? At least you put yourself out there.
No, that's
It's just
yeah.
like, I want to do this big love thing, and it's just like, and I think it goes back to something like you said about communication and just
Mhm.
understanding the other person. It's like, does this person enjoy like
Being center of attention.
yeah, and like
not
big
everybody does.
events? Exactly. It's like, you should know your partner well enough
Right.
that like, she's gonna get a kick out of this.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
if I was my situation, like, if I could, I just pay like, will I get lucky tonight? And then, like, like, instead of like a yes or like, proposal, like, so am I gonna get lucky tonight? There
Yeah.
it is. But
Like I would say
Yeah,
yes to
yeah.
Darley's just because she's a dumbass and like I'll be like, you're stop embarrassing yourself right now. Yes, get up.
Oh, that's perfect.
It would
That's
be
perfect.
extra funny if you're like at a Pharrell Williams concert.
Oh, shit.
And then you do it on stage, and the second she says her answer,
Yeah.
they dive into the song Get Lucky.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
You
That'd be
gotta
cool.
make it fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if your partner is all about fun. You
one-
have to match the
one
energy.
video I always loved was like the Bruno Mars, like, I just want to marry you. Like,
Mhm.
this guy learned a whole like dance routine with like what are those dance groups that break out just in the middle of like a
Oh.
Flash mob
yeah,
type
yeah,
of
yeah,
thing.
like,
yeah.
so there was a
Yeah.
flash mob, and then like, he was gonna propose to her, so like, like, she's like just enjoying it, and then all of a sudden he just pops in and starts dancing along with everybody, and then like, he just proposes to her, and she's like crying and everything, and it's just like,
Yeah, it can't
yeah.
be traditional for me either. It has to be fun.
I feel like mine is gonna be so simple.
It's gonna be simple, but it's
Yeah.
gonna be funny, which is like makes it unique.
I feel like mine is just gonna be so simple. It's like, you want to get married?
No,
Yeah,
know
yeah,
it's
like-
not. No,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not.
I
You're gonna
feel-
come
I
out with some
feel-
crazy shit.
I don't think so. I feel like I'd rather just marry that person. If I'm that deep, like, to say yes to somebody, it's just like, I'd rather just like, hey, I want to marry you. Like,
Well,
will you
yeah,
marry
say
me?
that, but
Yeah.
like you're gonna make. I feel
Yeah.
like your proposal is not just gonna be like, "Will you marry me?" I feel like that's not you at all.
I'm gonna be sitting on the couch like, will you marry me? Like, next to her, it's just like,
Sweatpants.
yeah.
Oh
Just
my
like-
god, the girls get
yeah,
upset with the
yeah.
nails. Usually, like, "Oh my god, you better propose to me when I have my nails done," because there's so many times where like,
Well, I feel like that, like for any woman, it's like as a photographer, I've done engagements.
nails.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, it's just like just do an engagement shoot afterwards.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
don't make the like. That's why I would like just do the proposal first. Make sure you get a yes and just everything's kosher,
And then
and
do
then
the
do whatever else you want. A big, crazy thing, and then it's just like she
she said yes.
and then let's
Cute. Love that.
exactly. Like then I'm probably like. I'll probably do like a big boat thing. I feel like on a sunset kind of thing.
Hell
Like I feel
yeah.
like that would be my go-to.
Love
like
that.
something
so
special
cute.
like that. But that's just me. That's me.
So, I mean, again, there's no like story behind what happened, but pretty much one of the regulars that comes to, well, no longer comes there, but used to come to one of my bars that I work at out east. He used to come with like a parrot on his shoulder and was like automatically
Oh.
just odd.
Yeah.
Like, why the hell are
Yeah.
you bringing a
I've
parrot? But
seen
it was
that
like an
dude.
entertainment. You have?
Yeah. Cool. How do you not notice a guy with a parrot? It's
I
like-
mean,
like
well, unless you
Yeah.
visit the places that I work at, which you do because I'm there, obviously.
yeah. But that's why I'm just
But
saying.
yeah,
it's just
okay.
like I've seen a dude
him
with a
around,
parrot.
but I personally
Yeah.
never like served him because that
Yeah.
was before I even started working at this job.
Mhm.
And so people thought he was odd, but like he was whatever. He was a captain. He would go fishing, just like a typical
Don't
dude.
say.
What?
Yeah, that sounds like a captain, right?
Yeah.
About, right?
So I'm running on the treadmill on Thursday
Yeah.
at the gym, and I see a news and it says like a man charged in fatal shooting
Mhm.
of ex-wife, her boyfriend inside San James home. So it's a
God
local.
damn.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, like that's kind of psychotic. My first thought, I was like, wonder what the ex-wife and the boyfriend did. Like why this guy
Yeah.
goes crazy and kills both of them.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
insane. And then I'm like, whatever, about to go to work. And I get bombarded in a group chat with all the bartenders. Yo, this guy that used to come here all the time with the parrot, he just killed his wife and her new boyfriend. It's not funny, but like,
Her just laughing says otherwise. Yeah.
I mean, this is horrible, but like the fact that this is like even happening in this town is crazy. So yeah, they start talking about the guy, and they have pictures, like the other bartenders have pictures with the parrot, and they're like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
And then one of them says like, oh, this guy used to invite me on the boat all the time. They make like a joke out of it, which is terrible at the same time, but like the whole situation was just so messed up. So yeah, then I get like random messages from local fishermen and local captains that I know, like, oh my God, I fished with this guy. Like you could never think he was a psychopath like that. All it says, the article only says police say a man was charged Thursday in connection to the fatal shooting of his ex-wife and her boyfriend inside a St. James home late Wednesday night. And he got charged with 2 counts of murder in the second degree. So that's all I see in the News 12. But I was just sitting there and I'm like, you can know somebody, not like on a very personal level, but they come to your bar, they are regular people.
Mhm.
You suspect nothing wrong with them other than just like, all right, he's a little strange, here's a fucking parrot. And then he goes and murders 2 people. And apparently both the boyfriend has 2 daughters,
Oh.
and he also has 2 daughters.
Oh.
So now he's in jail, mom's dead,
And dad's dead.
and now you have 4 kids that are literally homeless and without any care. So
Damn. That's where it gets sad.
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like you can be selfish about your own actions, but to be selfish enough to leave your kids behind, I don't know. That's kind of rough. But yeah, that was kind of shocking news. Because like you can't really fucking trust anybody anymore.
I mean, that's one thing that I always loved about Daniel. I forgot what his name. Daniel Tosh,
Mm.
the comedian. He had a great stand up, and in it he said that like I hate it when people like oh, this serial murderer, like I wouldn't believe that he did that. Like, oh, that's so shocking. And it's just like, and then he just goes on to say like if my mom murdered some kids, like it wouldn't shock me. She always hated kids by my reason. It's just like
Oh
I
my
get,
God, yeah.
and it's just like I get his joke because anybody is capable of anything.
Yeah.
And it's just like
If the
yeah,
person is pushed to
like
those
I'll,
limits.
yeah, I'll say like, am I capable of murder? Of course. Like
Depends on the situation. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I feel like anybody's capable of murder, and it's just like
I just
so,
want to know the backstory now. Like I want
Yeah.
to know like what did the wife do?
I
with
just
the
want to know if the
boyfriend?
parrot was there with him.
No, the
like,
parrot. Oh, that's
yeah,
another thing. We
yeah,
were talking in the
yeah.
group chat about this. Like parrots are like your companions for life. Apparently, like they get so
Gay.
attached to you. No, they get so attached, and like they
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
Some stories say that the parrot will die
Yeah.
if the owner of the parrot
Really?
is not
Oh,
around.
wow.
So we're talking about this. Like, what's gonna happen to the parrot? Like,
Yeah, of
poor
course.
parrot.
This is
Yeah.
the real
Fuck the
question.
kids. Poor parrot, though. Like, that
Yeah.
obviously not true, but
I'll just say people that pick birds are kind of weird to me. Just like as pets. Like I remember some guy like a family friend, he had a parrot too. And I was just like, even in the car he had the parrot with him, and I was just like, I had my hand near his shoulder or something, like just to look over over the seat, and that parrot bit me. Like or I don't know if parrots bite, whatever. Like like he just
Pet cat.
yeah. Well, I mean like it was like
nipple.
yeah, like
breast.
he used his beak to just get my thumb or a finger.
They are very territorial.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
So that's why I was just like, yeah, what a fucking piece of shit animal that is. It's just like, but
Isn't that crazy though?
it's just
I had a parakeet once.
you had a parrot as a pet.
Yeah, parakeet.
Next thing you know,
Parakeet,
Vic
mini
is
parrot.
going on
Yeah.
manic.
Yeah, careful, loser. That's all I'm gonna say. Is don't find yourself another boyfriend. Just like leave some kids behind. Oh, well,
my
I love that
God.
we're making fun of
Imagine
a murder right here.
No, that's so fucked up.
Just like, oh, I don't know. I feel like I can find a joke in this. I'm gonna come back next week and then figure it out.
I'm gonna
guys.
find a deeper
Yeah.
story
Yeah.
here.
But
Because I need to know, like, I'm that girl that's gonna justify the murder. Like
Oh,
it's
shit.
really bad.
justify the murder.
No,
Really?
like I will like, oh, like the ex-wife did this and that, and this is why this guy got pushed to his limits, and he fucking went manic and shoot her. I wouldn't do it, but I'm saying like, there's always a backstory. Like I don't believe that. I mean, there's probably people who were born sociopaths and psychopaths, but majority of the time we're all just as a child, you're so innocent, you're loved, like you're not an angry person, right?
Yeah.
You grow into becoming somebody like that. That because the world is a fucked up place nowadays. So I always like to go into my rabbit hole of stories like that, like criminal stories, to kind of see like, oh, would you justify it or would you not?
Damn. Yeah.
He's probably a crazy motherfucker though, so there's no justifying it.
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean,
that was
he's a
crazy. That
captain.
was a
Yeah. Anybody that gets on a boat, goes out in the ocean, just like, yeah, I'm gonna make a living this way. It's
a little odd.
yeah. I mean, I'll say odd and brave at the same time.
Yeah.
You have to face those type of.
Yeah, ocean is no
yeah.
joke. I
Oh,
have
no,
a
it is not.
No,
crazy
it's
respect
not.
for ocean.
Yeah.
Well, one of the most dangerous jobs in the world is Alaskan crab fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those people die all the time. Anyways, guys, that's where we're going to leave it. Don't be a fisherman. All right. Yeah. And don't date a captain unless he's an airplane pilot. I think that's fair. Fair to say. Maybe.
Well, they're
guess so.
also
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah. They screw around. So, with the flight attendants and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
I was gonna be
Yeah.
a flight attendant at once, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe not.
So you didn't want to be a hoe. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Did not want to be a hoe.
And now we get all the comments by flight attendant. I'm not a hoe. Like, oh, that's not what your husband says. Okay. But okay. Anyways,
Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
catch us next week catch us on the afterthoughts as well as other things. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever.
Figure it out.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah. Fuck you.
But thanks for always being here. Seriously, you guys don't even understand how much it means to us. We're just gonna continue showing up, growing, and like as always, we ask for some feedback. So drop it in the comments, DM us. Let's connect. Let's
Give
meet
us
each
some
other.
crazy stories to
Yeah, so we can talk
yeah.
about them on the podcast.
Yeah, throw some shit. Yeah,
love that. But other than that, you guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.